Good evening, everyone. Let me turn the gain down. I'm sure I'm pretty loud right now. Hold on. All right, that should be good. That should be good. Oh my God. Now, I'm going to start with Star Wars because that's the big thing today. First of all, I am more excited about the game because when I heard it was announced that it's going to be a single player campaign, no multiplayer, and no transactions, sign me up. Sign me up. It looks like EA is finally learning something. Sign me up for that. Sign me up for that. And you know, we've been doing a lot of discussion about Godzilla, and with look, rightfully so. This has been for all intents and purposes, E.T.N has more or less been an unofficial flagship for the Godzilla franchise, and I'm proud of that. I am, because I've been a Godzilla fan since I was 5 years old. I never expected E.T.N to go in that direction, but I've embraced it. I love it. But we do have to recognize all the other things coming out this year that I think is really exciting. Now, we say it every year. This is a great year for movies. But this really is a great year for movies. It really is. You know, outside of Godzilla, like I said, we got Avengers in 2 weeks, which I am psyched about. 3 hours. I already bought my ticket. And I took the next day off because it's a 3-hour movie. So my boss already approved me for the day after the Avengers. Because it comes out on Friday officially, but I'm going to the Thursday night showing. And I got May 31st off, which is the Friday. But I'm seeing Godzilla on Thursday. The reason I took the 31st off is because then I'm going to go see it again with my son and my daughter. So I'm keeping them from school. They're going to have a good time. We're going to go to the movies and watch Godzilla. It's going to be a lot of fun. But after that, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop after that, because after that, we have a lot of good movies. First of all, Brightburn comes out a week before Godzilla. And I have a feeling that's going to be a sleeper hit. If you want to talk about the motherfucking don't know Ethan Bradshaw, I'll start off for iPimp Trolls. Also waiting until 2 a.m. for these streams in the UK is worth it. Yes, my boy Ethan from the UK. That's right. Just recently bought the book. I hope you're enjoying it if you started reading it. Thank you for the donation, man. I really appreciate that. From the bottom of my heart, any donations you guys give, it doesn't matter if it's 99 cents or whatever. I appreciate it. And just, it's great. It's great. It's very humbling. And man, you guys keep this shit up, I might go full time. Actually, I might be going full time anyway, because as you guys know, I work as a contractor. My contract's up at the end of July. So, and usually because it's going to be the summertime, I tend to take the summer off. So that way I don't have to pay for, daycare for my kids. Cause last year, unfortunately, my son had a very bad experience at daycare. And we ended up pulling my kids out at the end of August. So, you're seeing the videos I've been putting up lately, but come July, come the end of July, mid-July, you might start seeing a lot more videos because I'll have a lot more time on my hand. So, but, I mean, I would like to do it full time, but it's kind of like, how you say, it's so volatile, that I don't know if it's, I mean, every time I end a contract, I always do motherfucking don't know. I pimp trolls $50. Eat me, Ethan. There's a don't know competition going on. You fucking guys are crazy. Crazy, man. I'm glad I give you guys at least a week to read. My God, I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Don't start fighting. Come on. I want you guys to pay your bills. I mean, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I'd rather everybody drop $2 bills the whole night than don't drop your, your fucking, beer money or something. Or your But no, I appreciate it, guys. From the bottom of my heart, I really, really appreciate it. Steve, I'm probably not going to check out Hellboy. I've never been a real Hellboy fan. It's not that I think the movie's going to be bad. It's not even that it looks bad. It really doesn't. It's just not my thing. It's the kind of thing that I might check out, on cable or something, or I might rent it on Amazon Prime when it comes out. That's about it. So, what else was I going to say? Yeah, so Brightburn, then Godzilla, and then, we still got Spider-Man, which is the official beginning of Phase 4 for Marvel, so that's going to be good. The Joker, I mean, something I haven't even talked about yet. This trailer is almost a week old already. It was a fantastic trailer. I really do think Joaquin Phoenix is going to knock it out the park, man. He is such a good actor. He reminds me of Daniel Day-Lewis. You don't see him very often, but when he comes out, boy, does he put on a performance. And from what I've seen in that trailer, he's got it nailed down. That one scene in the trailer when he's in a comedy club and he starts laughing, oh my God, boy. Oh my God. I was like, damn, he's got the laugh. He's got the laugh. So I'm really looking forward to the Joker. You know, of course, Star Wars in December. We're going to talk about that. I got the trailer loaded here. We're going to go over that because, and let's start with Star Wars now. This trailer has me mildly optimistic. And I'm going to say mild because, you know, unlike some of you, I know some of you guys did like The Last Jedi. I personally did not. It left a horrible taste in my mouth. You know, I've really kind of toned down my excitement for Star Wars over the years. Even though I really did like even though I did like The Force Awakens and it was a very nostalgic trip, I thought it was a fun movie. Overall, the Star Wars, this new pack of movies that have come out, the only one that's that I really liked a lot was Rogue One. And I was impressed with that one, and I've said this before, simply because it was such a solid Star Wars movie, considering the fact that you knew the story. Motherfucking dono! Ethan Bradshaw, $60. Oh my God, you guys are nuts. Woo! Woo! Bring it on. Ethan and I Pimp are on a rampage right now. You got I feel like I should start stripping, like for real. Like I feel like I really feel like I should put the music back on and start like teasing y'all motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like you're really making me feel like I got to do that. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, you guys are too much. Too much, man. So yeah. So what was I saying? So Star Wars, yeah. So I really think like Rogue One has been the best one so far, in my personal opinion, simply because you knew the story. It was still delivered well. It wasn't a movie that was dependent on lightsaber battles or Jedi. And we got a nice tease, or rather a nice Easter egg of Vader at the end, which was really, really good. And yeah, that's me personally. Show them the ankles. Yeah, and you want to know something? I actually do have nice ankles because even though I'm fat, I don't have cankles. Like my legs are diesel. Like, in fact, I would say that my legs are probably the only part of my body remaining with muscle. Everything else is fluff, like marshmallow fluff. You know what I'm saying? But my legs, man, word. And because I'm getting older and so many years of genes and scraping my ankles and my legs on football fields, I don't grow hair on my legs anymore, so it's nice and smooth. Yeah, so Rogue One, personally, is, I think, the best Star Wars movies they've made so far with this new iterations and the continuation of the saga. Now, this trailer has made me a little bit optimistic because, number one, the title has Skywalker in it, which means I'm not saying that Luke is going to come back, you know, but we might finally get an answer. I mean, it has to be Rey, right? I mean, she has to be a Skywalker. I mean, either that or Luke does come back, and maybe JJ, you know, we've never really known the limits of the Force. You know what I'm saying? Like, we saw the first three movies back in the day, the original trilogy, and the Force we thought was limited to Force pushes and stuff like that. And then you see the prequel saga, and you see that they can have like Jedi speed. Now, look, I didn't read the books, so keep that in mind. I'm going based on the movies. So the books could have portrayed the Force in a much greater light than the movies have. But we saw in the prequels they can run faster and they can do all this and all that. And so who's to say that there's a part of the Force that can't reanimate or resummon from the dead to the living? It's a far-fetched. I don't think they're going to do it. I think JJ stuck with the fact that Luke is dead. But, of course, he's going to come back as a Force ghost, so we know that already. From as far as I know, from my understanding, Mark Hamill is in the movie, so he's probably going to be a Force ghost. Yeah, I'm just sorry. I'm just running through the chats. So I'm a little optimistic because of that. Now, what confuses me, and actually what has me more concerned than I think most people, because most people seem very excited about this, was the Emperor's laugh at the very end. Now, I can understand why people want to get hype. Obviously, Emperor Palpatine is very popular. He's one of the best villains. Whoa, motherfucking. You know what? Wow. I mean, honestly, this deserves an air horn. I mean, really? I mean, look at this. $100 donation from Scumdog. Full-time sounds awesome. Don't worry, I'll still have plenty beer money. By the way, I need a beer. Be right back. But no stripping, please. Oh, my God. Scumdog with the Ultra Dono. Thank you so much, my boy. Damn, man, you guys are really showing the love right now, and I really do appreciate it. You know, wow, it's just incredible. And like I said, man, it's a good thing I stream once a week. I do have people asking me about, you know, if I'm going to start game streaming. So here's what I'll say. If I start doing game streaming, it's probably going to be towards the summer when I do end my contract at work. Because like I said, once my contract ends, I'll probably wait for the summer to be over before I even think about looking for work again. During that time that I am full-time on YouTube, if things go well, if there's enough income generated on the channel between videos and streaming, then yeah, maybe I'll stick full-time. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. That really all depends on, like, you know, sub counts go up, and the sub counts have been going up, of course. But and of course, there's a lot of Godzilla to talk about because we still got Kong and Godzilla next year. So there's going to be no shortage of Godzilla topics to talk about. And a lot of you guys seem to be responding pretty positively to some of my newer videos, in particular the Fringe Entertainment. I'm getting a lot of good positive feedback on that. And that type of video needs time to grow. You know, needs time. I need to do more of those so that it starts generating views organically outside of the outside of the channel in and of itself. So I'm gonna unsubscribe if Rob strips. Yeah, the UFO one was a lot of fun. We're gonna have another one next week. I'm thinking about doing a creepypasta one. I think that should be fun. I think people like the scary stuff. I do want to get back into doing a conspiracy theory topic, so we're gonna do that too. The one I've been thinking about doing next has been like time travel. Holy shit! What the fuck? Oh my god! Whoa! What? Holy my god! What the shit? Motherfucking dono! I Pimp Trolls dropping a deuce, crushing the competition. What the fuck is going on? I mean, oh my god, I don't even know what to say. This is like, holy shit. My god. Oh my god. Dude, what do you do for work? Can you hook me up with a job? Oh man. $200. I mean, that's obviously the top dono I have ever seen on this channel. I mean, yeah, I got to, right? I mean, oh my god. You guys know I had to fuck with you, right? Motherfucking dono. Scrapzilla 54. Rob, do a conspiracy theory on the man from Torrid. Yes. Oh my god, that's such a good one. I know that one. That is a good one. Definitely. I wasn't really gonna strip. You motherfuckers are crazy. Oh man, it's all in good fun, man. I need his job. Oh man. That's some funny shit right there. Oh boy. Damn, what the fuck were we talking about? I'm like lost my whole track. I know we were talking about Star Wars, but you know. Pimp Drop 2, man. I had to do it, man. Shit. These motherfuckers keep going like this. I'm gonna end up wearing a thong by the end of the night. It's like, seriously. Oh my god. It ended too soon. The night's still young. But of course you guys know I end at 10 o'clock. My son's got baseball tomorrow, so are you gonna? Oh, yeah, James. I'll do that. In fact, I should do that tomorrow. This stream, by the way, is gonna be up. I've been recording the stream, so this one's gonna go up. It may be silent in some sections because of the music. Like, I hit the record button after all the music before, but then these guys started dropping deuces and honeys, and I'm like, ugh, I gotta put on a little bit of a show. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, unfucking real. Just be all about Leia. Yeah. Can't hear me? Oh, it didn't. My bad. Was I talking through that whole trailer and you guys can hear me? Maybe it was too loud. Was it too loud, or was I just not coming in at all? Because I should have been coming in. Oh, it was too loud? Oh, sorry about that. I didn't expect it to come in. So, see, because the way I did it this time was, instead of getting it from the internet, I downloaded the trailer and I just uploaded it into my OBS. But unfortunately, when I play videos from OBS, I can't hear the audio. That's the downfall. Like when you guys see my intro with like, the Marvel music and then the music on the intro video, I can't hear any of that. I can only see it. So all right. I learned next time we'll just sorry about that. Unintelligible speech. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Next time I'll just drag it right from the internet. But anyway, what I was saying was I thought the embrace with her and Leia was very interesting. I don't see the point of what the beginning part, like her running away from Kylo's fighter and then jumping in the air. Like, obviously there's more to that scene and we'll find out, but it just kind of seemed, I don't know, this seemed kind of weird to throw that in there. And then, of course, Palpatine's laugh at the end. Like, to me, those are the big takes on this, was the embrace with Leia seemed like something more than what their relationship had been in the past. Either, if she really is indeed a Jedi, Skywalker, she's obviously related to Leia some way. The question is she Leia's daughter that she didn't know about? Is she Leia's niece? Is she a cousin? I threw out some crazy conspiracy theories on the Nation saying that I thought that maybe she was Shmi Skywalker's like great granddaughter. Like, I was under the impression that maybe Shmi, when she was married to Owen's brother, that they might have had another kid during that whole time Anakin was out training to be a Jedi, and we never got to meet her. When Anakin came back looking for his mom. That's one thing they might do. I doubt it. But I'm just looking at all the options as to how she become a Jedi, other than the obvious that she might be Luke's daughter. I even considered her being Kylo Ren's twin sister or younger sister or half sister. Remember, Leia and Han broke up. Leia could have gotten down with somebody and had another kid. It's very possible. So this is crazy. A Titans jersey in the E.T.N intro video. How did you know, Rob? Shmi. Yeah, wasn't her name Shmi? Or Shmi, something like that. I thought her name was Shmi. Did I say it wrong, or you just? I mean, I know Shmi from Hook. I know what you're talking about, but I could have sworn that was her name. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? You guys know who I'm talking about. And then as far as Palpatine, how the fuck they have to deliver on that now. There's no way you can throw that in the trailer and not bring him back now. I mean, you want to talk about pissed fan base. You're going to have a pissed fan base. Anything you tease has to be delivered now. So if you're calling it Rise of Skywalker, somebody of Skywalker descent has to come back. Whether it's Luke coming back by some crazy force power, or the revelation that Rey is indeed a Jedi, it's just crazy. I'm like I said, I am intrigued. I'm more excited for the game. That's because I really love Star Wars games. I mean, I even play the Star Wars mobile game, Galaxy of Heroes. I'm really into that game. It's actually, I'm impressed that EA has a mobile game where you actually can play for free. Like, you really don't need to spend a dime on that game. I haven't spent much money on the game at all. I think like every month I might drop $20 on some gems. But for the most part, all the characters I have, I've just farmed. Every day I do my farms. Oh, yeah, he did? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that. And you're right, Zion. Marvel does, but see, Marvel is people are more forgiving towards Marvel because Marvel, for the most part, has delivered on everything. Star Wars has not really delivered lately. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, and you have a very, very rabid. I mean, the Star Wars fan base is pretty hot right now. So we'll see. Anyway, Avengers in 2 weeks. Did everybody get their tickets? Who here has their tickets? I got my ticket. I bought it earlier this week, and I'm going on the 25th, a Thursday. Going to a regular theater. No IMAX. I'm not doing IMAX. She's Lord Helmet's daughter. It could ruin Vader's arc. Yeah, I can see. I can understand that. Are they doing away with the SJW stuff in Star Wars? That's the question. We don't know yet. It's too early to tell. I know there is another female character in there because they showed the actress. I forget who her real name was, but, you know, not to say that that's going to be anything SJW. It's just a new character. But, you know, I think Kathleen Kennedy, as political as she is and as feministic as she is, I would imagine she'd have to learn by now that, all right, while I don't like this approach because my personal beliefs, this is not about me. And it's not about her, you know? In my area, so I should be able to see an opening day. Yeah, dude. James, honestly, I'm not sure. At least check the seating because I can tell you right now, I live in a very small like city. I don't even know why they call it a city, and usually every time I've bought tickets for a Thursday showing, no problem. I usually buy it the same day. When I checked the seats for Avengers Endgame, which was Tuesday, every seat for the time slot I wanted was sold out except one. And I was lucky that that one seat happened to be a seat that I like, and I bought it. So that Thursday night, I'm going to a full house show. That's the first time I've ever experienced a full house show for a movie on a Thursday in this town. So you might at least want to check. Yeah, no, and I hear you, Steve. They usually don't. But you want to know something? At the end of the day, money talks. And she has a boss, and I'm pretty sure her boss was like, knock it off, give these people what they want, let the director do what they're going to do, and stop. So we'll see if she listens. We just, you know. Rob, have this SH Monsters Ghidorah figure come out yet? I'm not sure. I don't really follow the figures too much. I do plan on buying my son the newest one. I'm going to surprise him that day. Hopefully go and take him after the movie to get one. I love a full movie theater. I don't know why it just feels different. It is good. A full movie theater can be fun, especially if you have a crowd that's into the movie and they start cheering and at parts that you get excited about, so you cheer along with them. It's never fun to like go to a movie, see a part you like, and you want to cheer, and you're the only motherfucker in the theater cheering, or there's like maybe 20 other people and they're looking at you like you're crazy. SH Monster Arts is not released yet. There you go. There's your answer. Oh, that's good. King Ghidorah does not come out till July. All right, so that's Star Wars. I know a lot of you guys are still not sold. I'm not 100% sold, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little optimistic. As far as the game goes, I'm super excited for the game. Super excited for the game. So now in terms of Avengers, I mean, we are 2 weeks away. And while we're all excited for Godzilla, I think Avengers is a great stopgap to keep us afloat until Godzilla comes out. And this is, I got to say, you know, not a lot of people are not talking about this. I wanted to bring up an interesting point about what we've been seeing from the Avengers so far. And that being not much, which to me is quite a difference. Compared to past trailers, they have real. Now, listen, this is a 3-hour movie. This is confirmed. 3 hours and 2 minutes. We all know this. We have hardly seen a goddamn thing. A 3-hour movie, they're taking the complete opposite approach of Godzilla. You got a 3-hour movie, and we have more or less seen the same shit in every trailer and TV spot so far. So. And you know these 3 hours are going to fly by. Now, we know we're not going to get anything X-Men Fantastic Four. That's already been confirmed. Kevin Feige recently stated that we probably won't see anything regarding that IP until 5 years from now. So, and that's not to say they're not going to work on it. It's just in terms of the first thing hitting theaters won't be until 5 years. So we're not looking at another X-Men iteration or Fantastic Four iteration until 2024. If they did another big thing, is it possible to one-up Thanos by bringing Galactus? I think there's a lot of good villains. I think there's a lot of good Marvel villains that I think can be just as big as Thanos in terms of threat. Remember, if they do decide to, when they bring the X-Men and all that, you still got Magneto. Magneto in the comics is a crazy villain. I mean, Michael Fassbender and even Ian McKellen, as much as people didn't like the casting of that, Ian McKellen was a great Magneto. And then Michael Fassbender was an excellent Magneto. But I mean, if they're going to do the X-Men, if they really want to showcase Magneto as a big threat, they have to do the House of M. That's their best bet if they want to portray a villain to the gravitas of like a Thanos. If they do House of M, and if you guys have read House of M, and if you haven't read it, I suggest you do. It's a great story arc. And also, it all depends if they want to incorporate, like, because Scarlet Witch in the House of M, I believe it was, I don't want to give away spoilers, but let's put it this way. You know how we seen Captain Marvel, and there's this whole promotion behind Captain Marvel being the strongest Marvel character? That is complete and utter bullshit if you go by the comic lore. Okay? As it stands right now, if you go based on the comics, based on both characters' history, the actual strongest Avenger right now is Scarlet Witch. She, hands down, should be the strongest Avenger. But they're not showcasing her power like they do in the comics. Scarlet Witch in the comics is no fucking joke. No joke. So Doctor Doom would be another great villain. I mean, you know they're going to do Doctor Doom right. You know once they get their hands on Doctor Doom, that's it. I mean, you know, I know there's people out there getting tired of the superhero movies. I get it. It's been 10 years of this, and not just Marvel. But Marvel still has a lot of cards to play. I don't really think it's going to, you know, we're going to miss Tony and we're going to miss Cap, but I think the worst thing they can do, honestly, and I hate to sound like every other YouTuber, but this is true. The worst thing they can do is make Captain Marvel the leader of the Avengers. If they do that, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good because Captain Marvel is not popular in the comics. People do not like Captain Marvel in the comics. Her story arcs, for the most part, suck. She's been forced down readers' throats for the same reason she's been forced down the public's throat. Only in public, it wasn't the creative team that were doing that. It was Brie Larson. So, I think the next person to lead the Avengers should either be Falcon, which it won't be, or Black Panther or Bucky Barnes. Those are the three I think should lead the way, in my opinion. I don't think it should be Captain Marvel because I don't think the character's earned it yet. And we don't know what she's going to do in Endgame. What I do know, or at least from what I've heard, I don't know if this is confirmed, but they actually filmed 2 different endings in Endgame. One included Captain Marvel getting all the spotlight and killing Thanos. And then the other one is more of a group thing. And I'm hoping, well, not killing Thanos. I shouldn't say, I don't want you guys to think I'm giving away spoilers. Not killing Thanos, but that she's the one that kind of stands up to him toe-to-toe and beats his ass. So not killing. That's paraphrasing. That's me saying that. That wasn't what part of the quote was. And then the other filmed version was the Avengers all working together, which is the angle I hope they go with. So, yeah. Well, no, see, all right. So Bruce Banner obviously is very strong. You're talking about straight up strength and raw power and progressive power in the sense that it keeps growing. See, Scarlet Witch, though, put it this, see, I don't want to, if you, it's one of the, House of M is one of the best X-Men, it's core X-Men story, but it involves other characters. But House of M really showcases Scarlet Witch's power, and I don't want to give anything away because I really do think you guys should read it if you want to get an understanding of how powerful she is. So even though you have the Hulk, yeah, obviously the Hulk can beat her ass, but if he can't touch her and she can use her powers, she can tame the Hulk very easily. So, yeah. Yeah. In other words, if they took comic version Scarlet Witch and put her in the movies and they put her toe-to-toe with Captain Marvel, she's going to whip Captain Marvel's ass up and down the galaxy. Captain Marvel will have no chance. So, and Captain Marvel can only keep herself powered up for a limited time. Like if you saw the movie when she powers up like that, that's the limit. That's not limitless. That has a limit. So Scarlet Witch would just mop the floor with her ass. There's no chance. She has no chance against Scarlet Witch. Yeah, so if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even technically, if you wanted to, like, you know how when we talk about comics and we talk about characters and we're always like, oh yeah, and we want to cross them over, so we talk about like Hulk versus Superman or like Batman versus Captain America. If someone said, who would you put up against Superman to win? I'd pick Scarlet Witch in a heartbeat. Scarlet Witch would tear that ass up. Actually, Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange could utterly kick the shit out of Superman. Easily. Easily. Ghidorah versus Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch would destroy that. Scarlet Witch would make Ghidorah her pet. She would actually ride that ass around the world. So. In the MCU, yeah, he got the Nerf hammer. Well, we don't know. Remember, we're supposed to be getting an upgraded version of the Hulk in this movie, so. I do think there is going to be a big surprise in the movie that we're not going to be expecting. I just get this feeling they're going to drop something on us that we have no clue is coming. I'm not 100% convinced that Thanos is the end-all be-all villain in this movie. So yeah. Could Superman beat Thanos? He should be able to, because Darkseid can beat Thanos, and Superman has beaten Darkseid, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, Zion knows. Universal threat. Scarlet Witch is a fucking beast in the comics. You want to talk about getting a Nerf hammer? Scarlet Witch got a Nerf hammer in the MCU. That's a Nerf hammer. And if anything, Captain Marvel got buffed. And even then, she didn't look all that convincing in her movie. Like, it was cool, like, when she got powered up. And look, I love that scene in Captain Marvel where she flies up from the planet and she starts blasting the ships. I love that. But that is nothing compared to what Scarlet Witch can do. Scarlet Witch wouldn't even have to leave the planet to do that. Let's just put it that way. Motherfucking don't know. But can she beat the CGI removed facial hair? Yo, that nobody can stand up to the stash, man. That stash is no joke. Any stash that can do stealth, that's a powerful stash. That's a powerful stash. All right, we got 20 minutes left. Let's shift over to Godzilla, because I know we spoke about Star Wars for a long time. We touched upon the Avengers. Okay. Now we had, actually, I do have another Godzilla video I got up. Actually, I was supposed to put up 2 videos tonight, but I took my son to get his baseball equipment because he got his bat in his bag, but I need to get him a helmet and all this other stuff. So I didn't get a chance to put those videos up. So I'll probably put them up tomorrow. One is a Lenny video and the other one's another Godzilla video. So those will be up tomorrow. They were supposed to be up today, but you know, priorities. But the videos are there. I'll put them up, tomorrow? After practice. After baseball practice. So maybe in the late afternoon. Hey, Rob, have you seen one of the Godzilla King of the Monster spots where people have noticed something off about... Yeah, I've heard about that. Him coming out the water. Yeah, I did see that. It's still a little too hard to tell. I mean, it looks that way from like the silhouette, but gotta see the movie. Gotta see. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure that's what that is. You know, it's possible though. My question is this: if that happens at some point in the middle of the movie, and then at the end of the movie, he's got all 3 of them. So either there's some sort of regeneration factor, or it just looks that way, but it's not actually the case. The Call of... Yeah, she got the care package. She strapped that shit on, and then she was good to go. So I'm responding to Rabbit Dingo about Captain Marvel. What was I going to say? Yeah, so Godzilla. All right, so, we started with that topic, so the whole Ghidorah thing. Yeah, I mean, they really, really dropped a lot. I mean, we had that one day they dropped like 3 TV spots. My favorite one being, obviously, the one where Godzilla shoots Ghidorah dead in the chest. That was just a great shot. I zoomed in on that, and you can see the outlines of his horns. The head is just looking down. Okay, so then maybe that's what it is. Yeah, because... unless they're doing some sort of unless they're doing some sort of regeneration, I can't, it's really hard to tell. I feel like the scene shouldn't have been shown. Now that I've seen it, it looks like it's in the ocean near Boston. Yeah, and if you notice in the other TV spot, when Godzilla blasts Ghidorah, He's actually on his back. He's actually laying in the middle of Fenway Park, because that big sicko sign, that's across the street from Fenway Park on top of a building. So he's actually laid out, and I guess Ghidorah must be flying towards him. And then as he flies towards him, Godzilla just blasts him. You know, they really, really are being very leisurely with his breath. Like, remember in Godzilla 2014, he used his breath twice. We've already seen him use it like 10 times in this movie, and we haven't even seen the movie yet. So they are just like, they are not joking when it comes to that. Like, really. I'm sure they'll do something like that, Anna. I'm sure they'll do something where he gets his head, calls it. Crazy shit, man. Yeah, it's definitely going to be something else with that, with the movie. And I'm hoping there's still a lot we haven't seen, because I got to say, after those 3 TV spots, I was like, okay, maybe they are going a little bit too crazy here. I mean, I enjoyed them to all hell, but I was like, holy shit, man, these guys are not playing. Oh, excuse me. You can see Godzilla being friends with Scarlet Witch. Can you blame him? She's a good-looking woman. She looks good in red. Do you think Ghidorah will survive in the end? I highly doubt it. I think they'll leave it open-ended. They'll leave it open-ended enough that if they never made another movie with him again, you'd be like, okay, I'm cool with that. But they'll do enough so that if they did make a movie with him, you have an understanding that there's a good chance he can come back. Like, yeah, I just think it'll be an open-ended, somewhat ambiguous. When you think about almost half of the film being monster action, they really haven't shown that. No, they haven't. I mean, I kind of broke it down when I, obviously not minute by minute, but when I looked at all the trailers and the TV spots, and I kind of thought to myself, well, there's a lot of scenes that they show multiple times over and over in each TV spot and trailer. When you take all that out and you add in all the new stuff they've shown, it really hasn't been much. But it seems that way. It seems that way because every TV spot you get something new. I don't think Rodan's gonna die. That's Michael Dougherty's baby. He's already made Rodan look like the most badass monster in this movie so far, and I can't see him killing off Rodan. Mothra, that's kind of her MO. I think that's a prediction we can all feel safe with. Like if I was to lay a line down in Vegas, I'd definitely go Mothra. You wouldn't win much money because most people would be betting Mothra too. Yeah, Rabbit, that's true because they did confirm in the first movie that the Muto have, well, at least the female had a barrier of EMP. You couldn't get near her with electronics. They just shut down. And there was a perfect example of that towards the end when she starts heading towards the boat. She's not actually at the boat yet, but as she gets closer, the boat shuts down, and that's when she goes face to face with Ford. Calling it now, Ghidorah is gonna be in Destroy All Monsters 2024 and is with a robe like Red Skull helping out Destroyer. Look for the Oxygen Destroyer. Okay. Oh God, Big G and SW combining their powers to blast against Ghidorah. SW? Who's SW? I don't know who SW is. I'm not on the Nation Facebook group. Yeah, we need to fix that, Steve. I think it's been long enough. I saw your Kong video the other day, just out of curiosity. Have you read the official Kong Skull Island comic book tie-in where they hinted Kong has grown past 80 meters? I did not, but I did see your comment on that in one of my videos, so I'm gonna have to check that out. But I think you said that he grew up to 80 meters by the mid-90s. He was already 80 meters. Is that what you mentioned in the comment section? Because yeah, if you go by that rate, he should be sufficient size by next year. I talk like he's really out in Skull Island growing right now, drinking all that Skull Island juice. Yeah, yeah, even Yvonne, we were just talking about that above. Oh my god. Yeah, so I think that's got to be it for Godzilla, right? You think? I heard some people still saying they're gonna come out with a third trailer. I can't see it. They don't need one now. Between the two trailers and all the TV spots, I think they're good. I think at this point you just go on repeat. You just start repeating them now. Like on big spots, like Game of Thrones doesn't have commercials, but like, like they were doing it during The Walking Dead. You know, ESPN does Sunday Night Baseball, so you might see a couple of TV spots during that. Speaking of baseball, I wonder if my team is winning right now. Bear with me, guys. I got to check a baseball score. Okay, yep. End of the seventh, Mets 6, Braves 2. Nice. Mets are doing good this year. I'm not trying to get too excited. Last year they started 15-1 and they ended up almost in last place. You just want to see some monster hands being thrown? Yeah, third trailer would be a bit much at this point. If they do a third trailer, it should be more human stuff. Yeah, that's a good point, Jim. I like that. We and one of those TV spots where there was a little human stuff. So, NBA playoffs, very good. Thank you, Jimmy. My team's not in the playoffs, so it's like I don't give a shit. I'm a Knicks fan, and I think they've got the majority for the lottery pick. That they suck. Oh boy, and they traded Porzingis, which I wasn't too happy about. I mean, they got some good stuff in return for him, but I don't know. I liked Porzingis a lot. He's gonna be a fucking all-star. Watch. Once he recovers from injury, man, he's gonna be a fucking beast. People are waiting for it to be released officially. What, the IMAX version, Zion? Is that what you're talking about? I don't think they're gonna release that. That was a way to try and get sales for Shazam, which I don't know why they felt they needed to do that. Shazam was already getting good reviews. I was gonna go see Shazam until they fucking nerfed my channel, so that one video I made talking about that spot, I had to take it down. Off topic, can I still email you to read your book for a review, or am I just too late? Yeah, I mean, yeah, because everybody else is buying it now. So it's like it'd be fucked up if I just give it to you. I mean, but if you have a computer, you can download the Kindle app, which is free, and you can buy the digital version as like $5, Speaking of which, I have to mail out Eric and Nick's book. Yeah, it's yeah. I'm hyped enough with the TV spots and trailers. I'm going to avoid any further trailer spots. Yeah, I'm probably not going to avoid them because I'm just like, just at this point, I just want it. You know what I mean? I just want it so bad. Inviting Godzilla for a beer. Am I the only one who rewatches? Wait, what? It keeps scrolling up and I keep missing it. Am I the only one who rewatches Rob's old videos? I just can't help but sit there knowing all the answers while he speculates. My speculation back in 2014 were very good. I actually got a lot of shit right. And when I used to do those speculation videos, I called a lot of shit. People were calling me stupid and all this shit. I was the first one to even talk about Godzilla vs. Kong before it came out and why it would be a good thing and this and that. And sure enough, they announced it. And I was like, see, motherfuckers, I'm a businessman at heart. So you got to understand, I have to be. When my contracts are up in between work, I have to essentially run my own business. I need to find a way to generate income. There's sometimes a contract that can be a month without a job, which is no big deal. Sometimes I've gone 6 months between contracts. That's when I really have to kind of hustle and that's when I've done Uber Lyft, if I had to spend. It's pretty profitable here in Boston, and it's a great experience. Like some of the people I've met driving Uber Lyft, holy shit. and the drunk woman that I've had in my car and what they say, oh my God. I mean, that's the kind of shit I should have recorded. I mean, that's the kind of shit. You want to talk about entertainment. Drive Uber and Lyft in a main city on a Saturday or a Friday night, and you're going to be entertained for a good 6 to 7 hours. And on top of that, you'll make some decent money. I mean, I had nights where I did 6 hours of Uber and Lyft, and I come home with like $250, and it goes direct deposit into your account like that minute. You don't have to wait like a couple of days. So, you know, if we had a week where things were a little bit tight, I'd go out of Uber Lyft, I'd make like $200, and boom, we're good. So, I'm a legendary executive in disguise. Oh man, I wish. I hope they have iconic roar scenes. Oh yeah, they'll have that. I mean, that's going to be part of the whole, like, you know, sizing each other up. When these monsters come at each other, they're going to size each other up. They're going to roar and all that stuff. I mean, we saw some of that already, so. Oh, Anna, you've never seen Godzilla vs. Destroyer? That's a pretty good one. You should live stream if you do it again. What was I doing? Oh, if I speculate again? Or what do you mean, Zion? If I do what again? I'm sorry, I'm lost because I'm trying to follow each chat. Hey, Rob, do you think Warner Brothers and Legendary will make a Godzilla Aftershock movie if King of the Monsters and G versus K do well? Yeah, I mean, I've said the best chance for an additional monster movie in the MonsterVerse is for both those movies to do good. If they both do well, then I think there's a very good chance. I will say I don't think any of it's guaranteed, though. Oh, yeah, we need to do that again. I'm hoping they have an awesome scene that really focuses on their roar. Would you want to see Godzilla throw cars at Ghidorah and King of the Monsters? That would be pretty cool. Like if he picked up a chunk of a building and just tossed it at him. That'd be straight out of the Showa era, when he used to pick up rocks and just toss them at Ghidorah. Yeah, I mean, and I know, Rabbit, I hear you. If you're in a major city in America, especially if you're on the East Coast or the West Coast, you can make good money. And I remember when I did New Year's, not last year, I did 2/17 into 2/18 New Year's Eve, and I made bank. I worked that night. I worked like 9 hours, but goddamn, did I make money? I think they mentioned it'd be very bear-like, Deshaun. This might be the first time the entire audience waits for the post-credit scene. LOL. Yeah, that's true. Actually, Nuts for Kaiju, that's a very good point. I know I will. I'll probably need to pee out of my brain by that point, but... Hey, guys, has any heard that they will give away free movie posters for the IMAX Godzilla release? I haven't heard that, but it's very likely. I don't know if anyone else in chat's heard it. I can't wait for the Godzilla theme music to be played. Yeah. I'm with Pimp on that. Remember? We still have the American enhanced version of the old Godzilla themes, man. That's going to be dope. I think the MonsterVerse will keep going without Godzilla if the rights revert back to Toho and they can't renew it. They'll do Kong versus some of the new Titans they're making. That's a possibility, too. The only problem is I just don't know if that's going to be very successful. I mean, let's be honest. Godzilla's been the driving force behind the series. Eric was right and Joey was wrong. I don't think Joey's here right now. Yeah. Godzilla vs. Destroyer is very good. Yeah, it was confirmed for back in 2014, but in the recent panel that they had at WonderCon, Mike Doherty mentioned actually multiple animals that they studied to use, or what's the word I'm looking for, as a influence for a lot of the monster roars and movements and fighting styles. And like they mentioned, turtle, rattlesnakes, which is where we hear that rattling from Ghidorah in the movie. And the bear style is still very much. I actually have that 20-minute WonderCon. The only difference is it doesn't have the trailer in it. but it was given to me by somebody who was there in the press. And it was a 20-minute panel with Mike Doherty and some other guy, I forget his name. And they talked about all their influences and the things they did to really bring the movie to life and things like that. So, just give me a second here. Oh, okay. I was catching up with Zion because I was trying to wait to see his response. You mean do like a live stream of me driving and picking up? Oh, I don't think I could do that without notifying the passenger. I think that's illegal, and I could probably get in real big trouble. If you want me to do a live stream one night and maybe have a portion of the live stream where I talk about some of the things that happen. Like I'll tell one right now real quick before we end the stream because I have to get going, unfortunately. So there was one night I was in Providence because, I live in Massachusetts. I'm very close to Rhode Island, and I went to Providence. And that's the good thing about doing Uber Lyft around here is depending on the traffic, depending on how many drivers are out there, I can either go to Boston or I can go to Providence. So this night I went to Providence, and I got a ding to pick up somebody at a bar. So I pulled up to the bar. And this man comes out and he's like, hey, I'm actually called this for my girlfriend. I just want you to take her home. So this woman comes out. She's drunk out of her fucking mind. And she's like, I don't know why you're sending me home. Now, she's a white woman, white man. I'm from, originally born in the Bronx. So everybody I imitate sounds like they're from the hood when I do this. But anyway, she's like, I don't know why you're sending me home. I'm not drunk, and you're just mad because I'm not going to fuck you tonight. I was like, so she's like, I don't understand this, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, after they argued for about 10 minutes, and meanwhile, he's on the clock, so I'm getting paid for this. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm just letting him go at it. Finally, he puts her in the car, and she puts her in the back seat, but then she gets out. She's like, I want to sit in the front. So I'm like, all right, come sit in the front. And she stunk of alcohol. I mean, I was like, oh my God, this woman smells like this. Like, it's almost like there was a bucket of grain alcohol and she just swam in the shit all night. Now, to her credit, she was very attractive, but she was drunk. My biggest fear was that she was going to vomit in the fucking car. And I'm like, just please don't let this bitch vomit. Because I've told people in the past, champagne. I've told people in the past straight up, like people who get into my car drunk, I tell them straight up, you're cleaning it if you vomit. I just want you to know that I'm not cleaning that shit because I don't do vomit. I think I've told you guys before some of the stories I've had with my kids vomiting and when my wife was pregnant and she vomited all over my arm, and I just don't like vomit from anything, even from animals. Like, no. So I said to myself, and I tell her, like, please don't vomit in the car. And she's like, oh, don't worry, honey, I'm not gonna vomit. And she's being all nice to me. So we're driving home, and she's telling me about all this shit with her boyfriend. He thinks we're gonna fuck, and I'm just thinking to myself, oh my God. She was like, I don't understand. Like, why do guys? And I'm sitting there and I'm trying to play devil's advocate, because I'm working. I got to be nice, customer service, right? And I'm like, yeah, some of us guys, it's just, she. And I was like, it's all right, tomorrow's a better day, and maybe he'll be sober, you'll be sober, you guys will work it on. So she's like, oh my God, you're so nice, and she was like, are you married? And I was like, yes, I'm married. She was like, I knew it. You had to be married because you're very nice. You see, you're married because you get to fuck on a regular basis, so you get all that stress out and makes you calm. And I'm thinking to myself, it actually makes sense. She's drunk, but she's logical. Maybe that's why I am so nice now. So anyway, we get to her house. I pull up and I'm like, hey, look, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a good night and hope you get some rest. And she's like, oh, no, thank you so much. And she said, I'm just going to text my friend real quick before I walk in. Is that okay with you? Are you in a rush? I'm like, no, go right ahead. Text your friend, whatever you got to do. So she's texting her friend, and then she stops and she puts her hand on my leg. And she's like, I just wanted to thank you for giving me a ride home. And I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, that's my job, you know? And I start laughing. She's like, oh, she's like, you're so funny. You're so cute. She's like, come here and give me a hug and a kiss. And I'm like, and not on the lips. She wanted to kiss me on the cheek. And I didn't want to. She stunk. Like straight alcohol. Even though she was very pretty, she had green eyes, dark hair, very pretty girl. I did not want to get near her. She stunk so bad. So it's like slow motion. Like I'm like, and she's like, and finally she gives me a kiss on the cheek, and then she gets out, and then she walks around the car. Then she stops and she comes back to my window and she knocks on it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, can I just fucking leave now? So I roll down the window and she's like, you want to come in for some coffee? And I said to myself, at this point, I had just turned 40. I'm like, I'm 40 years old. She's drunk. She's a little touchy-feely. If I go in there, she's going to want to fuck. Chances are. So I turned my head. I said, no, I really got to go. And I left. And my car smelled like a fucking bar at 4 a.m. for the next 6 days. It didn't matter how much scrubbing I did, the amount of air. I mean, she really put it away. I am shocked that she did not vomit. The smell that came from her with the amount of alcohol that she must have had, and she was not a big woman. She was very petite, maybe 120 soaking wet. And she was like 5'6". And if I had gone in there and something happened, she wouldn't have a fucking clue what happened that night. I could have went in there. I could have sent 10 of my friends in there to gangbang her. She would not have known the next day. She would have been sore, but she wouldn't have had a clue why. And I know that sounds very raw dog. It's just, that's just the truth. She was that drunk. It was so bad. So there's one of my tales. Next time I'll tell you the tale about the girl who broke up with her boyfriend and was crying hysterically in my car. Oh, yep. Lyft and Uber, guys. It is, I mean, you got to be careful. I mean, you guys know I own a gun. So every time I went out and I did Uber and Lyft, I was going to say, every time I went out there and I did Uber Lyft, I did take my gun with me. So, you do have to be safe. You never know, there's crazy people out there. And, but it was, I still have my licenses too. So, when my contract is up, if I have to do it, I will do it again. But what I'm hoping is that we generate enough things happening on this channel that maybe I can do YouTube full time for a little while, to hold me down. But, listen guys, thank you for a wonderful night. Pimp, E.T.N, Scumdog. I mean, you guys were nuts tonight with the donos. From the bottom of my heart, man, I really appreciate it. I can't thank you enough. It's very, very humbling. The amount of support that you guys show is just everybody with the donos, man. Every time, I really appreciate it. And, I don't know what else to say, I'll keep doing what I'm doing, and hopefully you guys will always be there to help support and do your thing. And, it's been a fun night. We'll do it again soon. Got some videos coming next week. Should be a lot of fun. And you guys have a fun weekend. Stay safe. Love all you guys. And I'll see you soon.
Collide.